Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. He's going to let one fly for Tate. It's caught inside the... First here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On play action, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On second down, Michel. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Michel going to try again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he finds Cook. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've got nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating to use it.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 16 yards, a first down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rodgers now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw. James has got it, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
57's the mic. Watch 57. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They're going to look to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And this will be a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. This is Tate. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a loss of 11 on the play. And now it's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it's Michel once again. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he finds his target. It's Matthews. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
319. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ricky. Inside.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
You see me out here? That's right.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. He's
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Check.
They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Check 15.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Michel. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Undercross. 50. Protein spill.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race, and he will score. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Michael Gallup, 83 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Jackson. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.
It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring